Hey everyone, Carol Hickman here with Chickstamper. I wanted to show you these cute matchbox little treat holders that hold Hershey Nuggets so perfectly. You can see that I made this one. This is from the spring with the magnolia set that we were carrying with the paper and everything. But this one I just made this past week using the new Love of Leaves bundle. So this is the one we're gonna work on today. Every Friday, I do a Facebook Live, and I make a couple cards with everybody. And then over the weekend, between Friday and Monday night, I send out those card packets every Tuesday. So today's Tuesday. I like to send out the card packets to everybody who's ordered more than $35 in my online store. And then I send them the thank you gift. And so this week, it's this really cute matchbox. So today I want to show you how I made that, okay? First of all, here's the Love of Leaves bundle. So the stamp set is really fun. It's got, as you can see, leaf images and sentiment images, which I think is really nice. And then these dies are amazing. You can see that there's the stitched cutout die, the shape of the die, but there's also a separate die that embosses. But you can just run them through your die machine at the same time, and they will cut the leaf out and emboss it at the same time for you. So it just makes it really fun and totally cool. So that's the Love of Leaves bundle. All right, let me show you how we're gonna make this cute little matchbox. So I'm starting with a piece of thick Whisper White, and it's 2 3/8 by 3 inches. And this is the base of our matchbox. And I'm gonna score it every 1/2 inch on every single side. So I've got my marker set up here at 1/2 inch, and I'm just gonna keep turning my paper. So that's 2 3/8 by 3 inch, and be sure that it's the thick Whisper White so you get that nice heavier base for your box. And then the cover can be any designer paper that you like. Obviously, I'm using the fall pack. This is the Plaid Tidings pack that I'm using today, but I wanted to use something in the fall colors. So this is a bumblebee color. So for the cover, I've cut it to 4.5 inches by 2 inches. And then I'm gonna lay it up on my scoreboard, and I'm gonna score at 1/2 inch, 2 inches, 2.5, and 4, and that's it. This is such a cute and simple project. You'll be making all sorts of them for all your friends. And then because this is a box, I need to trim up. I kind of look at this as the top and bottom on the skinnier side. So I'm just gonna trim these a little bit here. And sometimes I trim the outside, sometimes I trim the inside. I just want to make it just helps the corners when I go to fold them up. So you'll see that in a second. Okay, so now let me get my bone folder here because I want to score this really well. And I know we've talked about this before, but anytime you're making something 3D, where you fold on those score lines and really burnish it with your bone folder makes a huge difference if you're making a box or a bag. It really helps to make the creases and the folds really crisp. Okay, so we've made those. So I'm just gonna use some snail. If you want to use liquid, the green Tombow glue, you can certainly do that, but I just wanna make it easy for our video. So let me get a silicone sheet here, and you can just kind of see what I'm doing. I'm just gonna put it on all 4 corners, because when I fold these in to make the box, that's the part that I wanna have the sticky on. So, and then let me just go back around and make sure nothing's hanging off there. Okay, so now I can just fold it up into a box. Make sure that my corners are really square. Okay. So here's our box that's gonna hold our Hershey Nuggets. And then this is the cover that we've already scored, but again, we're gonna fold on those score lines. And this is just gonna be our little slider that goes over the top, and then of course we'll decorate that. There we go. So just a reminder, this cover is 4.5 by 2 inches, and I scored it 1/2 inch, 2 inches, 2.5 inches, and 4 inches. And then it's just gonna be really easy just to put together, just like that. So just get my adhesive on here. And line up my edges. There we go. Okay, so let's test it out. Make sure we like the way that it slides and fits. Perfect. Okay, so now we can decorate it. So you can see that I've used some of those cute leaves, and I've already ran those through my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. So I've embossed and cut them at the same time when I ran them through. And then this small leaf is from the Autumn Punch Pack. And I just used Blackberry Bliss for that. All right, so I'm just gonna use some glue dots, and I'll use a dimensional on this cute little leaf today. But the other ones, I can use glue dots, dimensionals, adhesive. You can't go wrong. It's whatever you want to do. But I do want to leave some space on the bottom because I want to put our words. So I want to put thank you down there. Okay, and I'm going to put a little mini dimensional, little baby dimensional on this cute little punched leaf. Alrighty, and then I thought it's fall, so some linen thread would be great. And I just made a double bow. So all I did was start with my linen thread and just start with it doubled up like that. And then I'm just gonna tie a bow, just like if I had a single strand in my hand. But the nice thing about it is it comes out double. I just think it looks a little bit more, I don't know, a little more festive. There we go. And then we'll just trim the edges or the tails. And I don't want them too long, so we might trim them again once we get our words on there. And I'm just gonna put them on the top of our box with a glue dot, but I'll kind of roll it up like a little burrito. Make that glue dot a little smaller. Okay, so let me show you how I did the words and that punch. So I've got my thank you stamp from our Love of Leaves stamp set. And I'm using Pretty Peacock ink. So I wanted to use the classic label die you can see here. So you might have seen me do it, or maybe you've done it yourself. I just didn't want it as big as the whole entire punch. So I'm gonna leave a little bit of space for a champagne rhinestone. And this stamp, because of the Y comes down, it's a little tall for this, but it's gonna work out just great. So now you can see that it's long, right? So I'm just gonna take my punch. This is the side that I want to trim off, and I'm gonna put it right back into my punch and make it shorter. There we go. And then that's gonna go right down here. So I'm just gonna use some glue dots, I think, because that's easy. And I'll put it right on my box, and then we can put some of that cute champagne rhinestones on it. Okay, so I've got a few here. And we can, let's see if we get a small one. There we go, down here. There's no right or wrong. You can put these wherever you like. But I just thought I would maybe put them on the bottom part. And then we can put one, maybe move that a little bit. Let's see, I just didn't want it lined up with that bottom one. There we go. Now they're a little different. See if we can get a big one up here. You can put them wherever you like. No wrong or right. I usually try to do 3 or 5, so this time I did 5. So now we got to put in those cute, let me take off that part of that glue dot there. Got to put in those cute Hershey Nuggets. So I've got a couple nuggets here. And some of you have seen this before as well. So the stitched rectangle dies are a huge set. Look how many you get. So many. There's actually 13 in this whole big set. But there is one that is 1 inch by 3 inch, and that's the size that you want for your Hershey Nugget covers. They're perfect, it's just sized perfectly. So I like to kind of run them with my bone folder or my finger a little bit, just to kind of get them started to curve so that they understand what I'm wanting them to do. And then I just put a little bit of seal around them. I tend to use Seal Plus because I live in Phoenix and our air gets really dry. So our adhesive can dry out. So the Seal Plus so far has just been amazing and doesn't do that. But look how cute that is. So let's do the same thing with his little friend here, and we'll get him on there as well. So this would be really cute at your Thanksgiving table if you're having anybody over, or even just for your immediate family, depending on what your plans are this year for Thanksgiving. The year of 2020, right? Everything's a little different. But they'd also be cute for coworkers or to send to people. So 2 Hershey Nuggets fit perfectly. And you've got an adorable little matchbox, I should say. Matchbox holder. Let me show you that one I had done a few months ago as well. There you go. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. Let me know if you have any questions. I can't wait to send this out today with card packets to everybody who has purchased over the weekend. So thanks again, you guys. I really appreciate you. Have a great day. Bye-bye.